One of the exciting things about gardening is that the seasons change, and as the seasons change, so does our focus. And today we're looking at the different fresh produce that we can get from our gardens during summer. Ben Getz from Urban Harvest is here to tell us more about something called summer companion plants. Ben, good morning. Welcome to Expresso.
Morning, yeah. Thank you.
Now,
Good to be here.
I like this idea of summer companion plants, but I'm just thinking, exactly what does it mean?
Well, companion planting is one of the key elements in maintaining a healthy organic food garden.
Yeah.
Essentially, like the name says, companion planting
Yeah.
is when you choose different plants and you plant them together because they aid in each other's growth.
Very nice. So today we're cooking with quinoa
Yes.
throughout the show. What would be something that would go really, really well with quinoa, especially in terms of flavors and things like that?
Well, quinoa is an absolutely great grain. I use it a lot myself.
Yeah.
An example would be basil, tomato and leeks,
okay.
for two reasons. Firstly, because they would go very nicely with quinoa,
Yeah.
like in a quinoa salad, for example, but they're also great summer companion plants.
That's interesting.
The combination of the tomato and the basil and the leeks helps to maximize on the space, so we
Yeah.
can get a lot of variety in a small space, and at the same time, as we've said, they're companions, so they aid in each other's growth, pest management, helping
Yeah.
to keep pest populations down, and improving the flavor of the food.
I had no idea, because I know about tomato and basil that go well together, but leeks wasn't something that I actually thought. Okay, so if any of our viewers are thinking to plant basil, tomato, leeks,
Yes.
when can we expect the harvest time to be, if we started planting them now?
If we started, we could have been planting them already for
Okay.
a few months, but it's an absolutely appropriate time to plant them now. And to answer your question, they will be ready at different times. So that's also one of the reasons we do companion planting, is that we get successional harvests.
Yeah.
For example, the basil would be ready within about 4 weeks. If not less, you can start harvesting,
Fantastic.
whereas the tomatoes will take 2 to 3 months before we're really in full swing. And then, of course, we can be harvesting them for 2 or 3 months at least after that.
Right.
Leeks are lovely because you can kind of harvest them when they're about pencil thickness, or, as you know, you can wait till the leeks get really chunky. So you can kind of harvest them as you need them. And yeah, I love leeks because they take up so little space.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of leeks in this garden, and wherever we have available space, things like spring onions and leeks make good companions.
Yeah. And how does one protect them against pests and things like that?
Okay, so one of the main things, leeks are not very susceptible to pests.
Okay.
Neither are the basil, and of course they work together. The tomato is slightly more susceptible. The two things to avoid is too much water on the leaves, because they're susceptible to kind of fungal infections. And the other thing would be, if one can, and we can cover that later in other shows, is how to prune the tomatoes to allow for the flow of air and light, and that also keeps the fungal diseases away.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Ben, for giving us more information on these companion plants. Of course, it really, really helps us. Like I said, we are cooking with quinoa today, so this is really good information for us to use in our kitchen as well. We're taking a quick break. We'll be back in that same kitchen after the break.